Hello, darlings. Thanks for joining today. We're going to do a little meditation. I'm not quite sure how long, but we'll start with shamatha and we'll see where we go. You can come along for my ride and guidance, or you can do your own ride and guidance and just be in the deep knowing of community space that you are not alone as a meditator. That you are practicing with, that you are sharing in some way your practice. What's arising for me, it's morning, my time. You may hear some roosters crowing in the background. Is this sense of taking up space in the world, in new and wondrous, intuitive and spontaneous ways. I woke up this morning and had this glimpse, this satori, this moment of the realness of being in a new space that I'm creating. I'm going to erect the walls to a greenhouse outside today. And I had a thought or a vision of being in that space, creating in that space, feeling the air and the temperature of that space and all the things I might create and grow and co-create with in nature in that space. And I think it had taken me a long time to get, research and purchasing the greenhouse and getting the ground ready and making the plans and then, building it and setting the foundation. And I'm still in the process of it. It's like sometimes we're head down and we need to pop up and go, that's where I'm going. Or maybe you're in a space in your home, maybe your workplace space. A space or container it's just something that holds you. A container is just something that holds you. And it can be a metaphorical, esoteric space or an actual brick and mortar space. So we're going to explore that, because sometimes we have spaces that we've been in and we have lived in, our life has unfurled in them, and then they can get to be we forget those ordinary, mundane, beautiful glimpses of really living in a space. Sometimes it can get to be mundane, or we forget, or we're searching to revamp the space or get a bigger space or get a better space. So we're going to play with that theme today, I think, a little bit. We'll probably start with that space in your meditation practice, in your body, in your breath, reconnecting to that vigor and that juice and that deliciousness. Why you started a practice. So there we go, kids. Stretch up, settle in, find a posture that works for you. Go to stretch and move and wiggle. What do your shoulders need? Does your breath need a reset? A wiggle, a sway, whatever suits you. Maybe you want to find a cushion or a pillow or a bolster. You want to get in a comfortable spot. Be here for a little bit. Get comfortable, stretch up, settle in. Lengthen through the spine, like send that alertness. Arousing your bodhicitta, they say, get aroused. Oh, and then let the feelers spread out. Oh, I'm here in this space to meditate. And maybe take a look around your space and notice something you curated, something you nourished, maybe just a color you love if it's not your own space. It's not a space you curated. Maybe you noticed the beauty of a color or texture. Just let your eyes land on one thing. Something that delights you or your senses. Maybe settling into the quietness of the space. Maybe just noticing something holds you in this space. And when you're ready to, if you'd like to, you can close your eyes for this practice. And one more time, we're going to arouse that bodhicitta. You're arousing your intention to be here, your desire to be here. You're literally arousing the mind, arousing the body, getting aroused, awake, alert. And then settling out into the space of your body. This space and container that holds you can expand to the outer edges where your skin ends and the outer world begins. The very edges of this space you call you. And then take a bit to unfurl into this space. Relax or let go, soften into, unclench. Let any readiness to move or be anywhere else go. No one needs you. No one needs you. Noticing in that space and container of your body mind, your sensory experience. As a space or container that it holds you. And you can trust that holding and relax into it. Maybe you relax and unfurl into the breath, the exhale. satisfaction of an inhale. Part of that alertness arousing your attention is letting it spread out to your whole sensory field. You can ask, what's it like to be me right now? It's like dropping a pebble in a pond. There's no right answer. You don't know yet. You just ask, what's it like to be me? What's really underneath? Does it feel like in the top of the head? Sensations behind the eyes. Not a story or a thought of it, but the physical sensation of it. Does it feel like to feel the chair, the seat beneath you, to let it support you, to let it hold you, to feel the backside of your body, to sink down and to feel your heart center. The breath and the rib cage. Sink down into your belly. To soften and relax. Let go of any holdings. To soften into the pelvic floor. To let go of any readiness to have to move or do anything down the thighs, the legs, into the toes. Does it feel like to soften the mask of the face? Letting all the muscles across the forehead, corners of the eyes, the cheekbones, the jawline, the tongue, just relax and soften. Down the sides of the throat, out into the shoulders. And letting go of any readiness to have to do anything, any busyness or to-dos with the hands and the arms, from the shoulders down to the fingertips. Just allowing the container of your arms and hands and all the doings they do for you all day long to just rest. What does it feel like to unfurl out into the space of my body fully? Not looking for anything particular, nothing to do. Just notice. Could be pleasant or unpleasant or neutral or all of those things at once. Could be flowing and pulsing and vibrating. With that sharp alertness, that arousal of your attention, you just investigate and notice. Everything else can be as it is. And if you get distracted by an outside sound, or a flicker of an image that draws you outside or into the mental chatter, it's okay. That's part of your experience too. That's part of the container of you. You can let that be there and drop back in. Underneath the sound, the image. Where does the image come from? Sense gate of the eyes. What does that sound feel like physically in your body? As a movement and vibration. And with your awareness and attention, like a flashlight, a soft, diffused flashlight, we're going to go in and kind of look with your awareness or attention. What is the container, the physical container of your body? Like what's really in there? I'm going to shine that flashlight first, just in the forehead and the crown of the head, or around the top of the head. Just pouring your attention to the head. Not the story of what the head is or where it is. Just feeling the actual physical somatic sensations. The crown of the head, down the sides of the skull, the back of the head, behind the eyes. Moving down into the jawline and throat, top of the clavicle and the shoulders. What does that physical space, what's going on there? What does it feel like? Moving into the upper chest cavity, the space around the heart. What does it feel like to pour your attention, the gift of your attention, onto that space? and in stillness and silence. What do you notice? Where does the space of your chest and heart center end and the outside world begins? Physically, where does that space end and begin? Moving down, down into the belly and your seat or the pelvic floor. Cradle and space that holds all of the organs. As you soften and relax, noticing the outer edges of the belly and the back and the pelvic floor, where you end and the outside world begins. And moving inward where you begin and the outside world ends. Feeling your breath, your bare breath, your natural breath and rhythm, your organic breath, like a wave. In the belly, it may be very, 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 very subtle. If your practice capacity is stronger or your skill set is stronger. Subtler. Or it may be gross, apparent, heavy, big, not subtle. Just see as you pour your attention into the space of the belly and that cradling space of the pelvic floor that holds all those organs. Just see, just look, just notice what you notice there. In terms of somatic, physical sensations. You're not looking for anything particular. There's nothing to wish for or look for. You're just noticing the reality of this moment. So I soften and relax. does this part of the container feel like? Can move into the hands next if you'd like, or the feet. Wherever your awareness or attention is drawn. Does the container of your hands or feet feel like from the inside out? And where is the border or the boundary of this container where your hands or feet end and the outside world begins? Are your hands or feet heavy or dense? Is there movement? Sensation? Aliveness? And if there's anything else to relax or to re-relax, to relax again, to soften, to let go into. Nobody needs you. There's really nothing to do right now. Just notice. Just observe. And you can let your awareness wander a bit and notice, what you observe about this space you call you, the physical sensations that seemingly make up this space that you call you. Tiny, tiny little molecules and atoms moving and rushing and bouncing off each other. As you get subtler and subtler, more subtle, in that refined awareness, You may notice in that subtlety all of the changes, the flux and flow, contraction and expansion. Vibratory, buzzing, humming, changing, morphing, getting bigger, getting smaller, popping in, popping out. Just gonna notice for a minute any movement, maybe a sense of constant flow and flux, maybe throughout the whole body or just in bits and parts. What does it feel like to be in this container, this space you call home, without any need or desire for it to change? What is the reality of you? Just as you are. And you can periodically check. What's it like to be me? Somatic me in the space of my hands. My knees. My elbows. The very tips of my fingertips or the palms of my hands. The back side of my head. The back of my shoulders. Just ask, what's it like, this experience of me? This container in this space that holds you, that holds the me. And when we ask, we're not looking for a structural answer, an intellectual answer. We're literally asking, allowing for, noticing the physical reality, the sensory sensations, somatic, felt sense experience. Can you feel the air on your skin, the outside temperature? The inside temperature at your core? The breath moving through you. What do you feel when you notice? When you get subtle? A container is something that holds you. Just exploring the physical space and container that holds you. And you may notice with time and practice, the awareness, something deeper holds you. Something holds you. Something holds you. You can unfurl in that holding. You can relax into that holding. You can let yourself be in that holding. You can let yourself be in that holding just as you are. No need to change or fix or do anything. Just a human being. The doing will sort itself out on its own. From this place of being, all that the doing will sort itself out. And one more time, if there's anything to soften, relax, let go of, unclench. You can do a global softening, the whole body. If you notice anything particularly tight, prefrontal cortex, the belly, the chest, the shoulders, there's another layer you can soften into or relax, unclench as best you can. And we're going to transition out really slowly from this space into the outer world space. So stay with this for another minute. And you're going to keep a little bit of your awareness and attention always here in this space. What's it like to be me? What is it like to be held? To unfurl, to let go. You can give it a percentage. Could be just that you drop in. Could be a background practice of this awareness, this internal, what's it like to be you awareness. Allowing yourself to just be awareness. Be 60 or 80 or 40 or 30% of your attention stays in this space, in this container. Your awareness stays in this space, physical space. And then we're going to allow a little bit of our awareness to expand and broaden out. We can expand the container out a little bit of our awareness, not losing this space. It's always here. We can always be grounded in this space. Feel a sense of grounding. When you're ready to, maybe zoom out and notice where the outer edges of your skin end and the space of the room you're in begins. And you can let yourself expand a little bit out into that space. Becoming aware that you're in a room, in a space a little bit bigger than the container of your body. You may start to slowly, without opening the eyes, stretch and move and wiggle your body into that space. Taking up a little bit more space in that room that you're in. We're going to open up next the visual realm in just a second. We're going to expand into that space with your visual acuity, capacity, sensory capacity. So when you're ready, you're going to just soften and slowly open the eyes, a soft gaze. Just letting that space be moved into by you. Like you're penetrating that space slowly. Softly. Moving into the space with your eyes. And let your eyes land on something. Just whatever they land on. Notice the color and the texture. And then zoom out to the space as a whole, the whole room. You're taking the whole space and room in. You're going to start to take in the temperature of the room, and you're going to start to take in distance of the room, still staying tethered to that physical space inside. Allowing the fullness of your sensory system to dance, to play, to interact, to be in that space of the room. That something holds you in this space, in this room. Something holds you. And as you move about the cabin today, you're going to move into many spaces. You're going to be held in, be able to unfurl into many spaces. The space of who you are as an explorer, who you are in your profession, who you are in your professional place, or who you are in your space of home, who you are in your bubble bath. It's letting yourself, that being of you, expand into all of those spaces, just as you are, just as you are.